You know, I've really been craving a vacation lately. I'm overworked and stressed out. I could really use some relaxation. Maybe on a tropical island somewhere. Of course, with a regular 9 to 5 job, the idea of having a proper vacation is a total pipe dream. I'm honestly grateful to have a job that gives me 2 days off in a week. So maybe I can't take a vacation to a sun-bathed beach, but I do have a Super Nintendo, and you know what? I bet I can find some comfort in a video game set on a tropical island, at least for a weekend. Super Adventure Island was the 16-bit follow-up to the Adventure Island series on NES. Released in 1992, the game follows the adventures of Master Higgins on his journey to defeat the evil asshole who just turned your girlfriend to stone. What the hell, dude? The game is a side-scrolling platformer, and it's one of the more basic ones. Hudson Soft didn't really try to reinvent the wheel or shake things up, which is fine because Adventure Island is a blast because of how simple it is. Your goal is to run from one side of the level to the other while avoiding pitfalls and enemies. You have to be pretty careful because you can't afford to take a single hit or you're down a life. You may think, okay, well I'll just take it slow and be careful. Well, you see that meter at the very top? That's your energy meter, and it's always draining. Master Higgins isn't the most in-shape hero, and all this running makes him hungry. So you've got to eat fruit spread across the levels or Master Higgins will die from hunger. This, combined with the fact that you jump much higher while running, keeps the momentum of the game high and fun. Slowing down will usually lead to your death, especially if you just stand still. You have to keep moving. And you do want to rescue your girlfriend, don't you? Then get your ass going and keep running! Master Higgins may be a magnet for one-hit deaths, but he does have some protection and not just the helmet he wears when he's riding his skateboard. Remember kids, safety is cool! He can also use a stone hammer or a boomerang. Of course, if you pick up the same weapon type enough times, you start throwing fireballs. Because why wouldn't you? The game's a blast to look at. It's sporting a bright, colorful look that was sure to catch the eye of everyone who saw it in a magazine or TV ad. There's a lot of standard video game levels here, but they're all a ton of fun to see and play through. Although I really love the bonus level. It's this really cool zodiac night sky with a ton of stars in it, and if you can't tell by looking at my channel, I love a good starry sky. Super Adventure Island also brings a lot of funky island tunes that go great with the game, but they're not exactly something I hum or remember when I'm not playing the game. Except for the first stage. It reminds me a lot of Super Mario RPG with the track Happy Adventure, Delightful Adventure. Like I said earlier, you can't take a single hit, but the enemies are in the same boat, so other than some poor placement, they really aren't that tough to beat. Master Higgins can control a bit slippery sometimes, which can lead to running into enemies though. Oh, look at these cute guys. The last thing I want to do is hurt them. They're all so adorable, they don't want to hurt me. Oh. Never mind. Screw them. What the fuck? Why is this guy in the game? Talk about a shift in tone. He's actually a lot easier than he looks though. Come to think of it, pretty much every boss is a pushover, especially this squid. I tried fighting him like normal until I realized I could just float below his tentacles and just spam fireballs in his face. The final level can be a bit of a pain because it's designed more like a standard platformer when compared to the rest of the Super Adventure Island, which has a very straightforward design that promotes continuous movement. Here you have to keep slowing down and stopping in order to make jumps. The whole level is kind of frustrating, but it's nothing compared to the final boss. I honestly thought the game was over after being the jackass that turned my girlfriend into stone, but he turns into this giant pink flying elephant thing. The fight is very similar to the one against Bowser at the end of Super Mario Bros. 3, but here it's much harder because you have less space to work with and you have to be way more precise. Damn it, I died. Oh, great! I get to play my least favorite level again! Yeah, this final boss kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. I was enjoying my island adventure until this guy showed up. Well, luckily eventually I did beat him, and rewarded with this beautiful sunset. Isn't that nice? You know, I actually grew up with a Super Nintendo, and I wish I had this game when I was a kid. It's not too challenging for the most part, and it's a ton of fun to just pop in and relax after a long day of soul draining work. I may not get that vacation, but I did have a lot of fun with Super Adventure Island.